the number 9 and the leader of that team, look out for him today. He always makes something out of nothing. So back to you guys.
Thank you, Pongo. Of course, Pongo is the injured star of Rugby New York as the kickoff goes into touch.
There we go, taking it into contact. There was Nate Brakely, Connor Buckley looking at his options. Looking at there again, Emery to Fido. Fido keeping his leg pumping, trying to find that. But he put it right up against the sideline, bounced out. I think that's a good result for New York.
Good steal.
All right, there's the new hooker getting the ball in, and maybe a little bit of miscommunication, can't say rust because they haven't worked together really that much yet, but New York, nonetheless, the benefactors. There's a long pass on the outside, and here's Ed Fido. Last week we saw him just bulldoze a tackler into the try zone in a similar situation. And now he's fighting to get back in there. There's Buckley to Mayhew. Mayhew's like a rolling piano. Here's Windsor, looks back inside to Bonasso. Always explosive. Played the Argentine Sevens team, but there's Windsor, and he takes it himself right under the posts. Is it an automatic 7 is the only question. Sam Windsor with a great start to this match.
That's exactly what this New York offense has needed, is a number 10 that goes at the line, attacks, and goes through gaps. That time from Brendan O'Connor, but there is Sam Windsor. And when you got runners outside you like Emery and Fuatai, they're going to draw a lot of the attention.
Sal with a big run. He's got some space. Taking him down is Windsor. Taking one for the team for New York, but now Old Glory, they're going into the try zone. There it is, Old Glory with some glory time.
Ultimately, DC finds the whitewash.
Willie Talatena. And DeBoulis converts the try. Questioning the New York defense. DeBoulis now going right up the gut. And he is running, and he goes right in for his own automatic 7. What a play and effort by Mike DeBoulis.
And DC just holding on to it, makes a little half break up the sideline. Tusitalo finding himself with his hands on it. DeBoulis, I mean, there was nothing on there. He had just literally nothing going on around him, didn't like any of his options. And then it's just missed tackles from New York.
First half analysis and more from Pongo live on the field, so stay with us at the break as New York collects the line out. And now they are repelled by DC. A good counter from Old Glory. There's Fawcett, though, maintaining the ball as New York regains their push. And Fawcett into the try zone. The butcher puts it down. Familiar territory for number 2.
So patient and so good at the back steering that thing. He really knows exactly how to move that maul around. And here he is. I mean, look at this patience. You talked about the good resistance from DC, and you were right. But Dylan just hangs in there, gets the team reset, keeps the ball.
Kick is up. And the kick is good. We have vintage Sam Windsor taking us into the half with New York on top. 21-14. What a highlight with Dylan Fawcett. It was like Rocky running on the beach, but what was even more amazing is after all of that energy expelled, he was able to sprint to midfield.
Absolutely.
That's fitness.
That's fitness.
All right, folks, you see our teams trotting off. They're not going anywhere. They're just going to get ready for the second half, and that's what we want you to do because we have a doozy.
That's what you need in your leadership. That's what you need from your captain. You need someone who's going to work with the referee, right?
I don't know if that one was in straight, Mike, but what do I know? But here comes DC, and they've got the equalizer. Or at least if it's converted, we have a tie game.
From DC. So here he is. Stan South going up again. Everybody expecting more of the same, but straight away they offset that drive in New York.
Kick is up, and it hooks back in. Well done. Well played by DeBoulis.
And you pull one out of that with Jack Russell Park.
I'll keep from doing it. I'll refrain from here on in. I know my producer's probably not happy about it at this point, but
I'm sure
there's the line out.
I'm sure it's the first time in his life he's ever heard that as well, man.
Here's Geiger from McManus. Don Bailey, the try scorer, on the tackle for Old Glory. Here comes Will Tucker. The feisty Will Tucker.
16!
Brakely brought down. Here's Charlie Hewitt and Geiger. New York putting some phases together. It's Bonasso And Tucker into the open. 6'8" with a nice offload. Connor McManus with a great move, and he's going to score under the posts. Automatic 7 for Connor McManus. What a play from Will Tucker.
Great support line that time from McManus, but DeBoulis getting a little bit of a taste of his own medicine, made contact on. So here's McManus sending the ball out to Windsor, and it looks like great contact, good leg drive that time from DeBoulis, but can't hang on. And Tucker just there to take the handoff. Good inside step from McManus to finish right between the sticks.
Mike,
that was Bonasso. Bonasso actually was the one that took the ball into contact, and Tucker was the one that took the handoff from Bonasso.
There is no give. This team is just no quit. It's Palamo. Good tackle. Into the corner is Old Glory, and they've got it. Junior Sal with the try, but we're going to look at it.
They're going to take a look at the offload, which we'll see here as we roll through our highlights. We went all the way across field. We were on this near touchline. DC going through the phases. DeBoulis finding Threaten, but look at this. Look at that offload from Threaten. That's the offload that they're looking at and questioning whether or not that was forward. But man, talk about coming on the field and making an impact. Threaten Palamo, that is the way you make an impact immediately. So Jason Emery, who's just on our screen, maybe he'll run in and get involved in this ball and help drive them over.
There's Nate Brinkley going into the sky to take that line out as New York drives. New York driving. This is a pivotal moment in this match. And New York touches it down for the try. It looks like it might be Wilton Raballo. Oh, it looks like Caleb Geiger, and he sprints to midfield. That's what you have to do if you're a New York hooker. You score and you sprint to midfield.
I was going to say, it must be a hooker thing, right? We saw Dylan Fawcett do it earlier. Throws it in, good throw to Brinkley. And we mentioned that Jason Emery might get involved, but guess who ended up getting involved? Not Emery. Watch this out of the corner of your screen right now. Watch Andy Ellis come flying into this maul. Here he comes. All 180 pounds of him just throwing himself into the maul there. But you know what? That little extra bump, that gets Geiger.
Emery, no problem with the foot. No problem not having kicked it all today other than that last kick at the touch. Slots it. Well done by DeBoulis. And he's racing for a try. Unbelievable. Arguably a game-saving tackle. And now, just like that, on the outside, there's Junior Sal for the brace. Whoa!
Whoa is right. From that point forward, Stan South really composed under pressure with some New York heat in his face. Shifts that ball to Sal, and we've got 6 in the corner, 5 in the corner. But gives him some space to play now.
Here's the line out. Nakatini, the veteran, takes it. Here's Palamo. And it's turned over.
That's a knock on.
And that is going to do it. An auspicious way to end our match. But two heavyweight punchers going at it here all day long in this excellent Major League Rugby contest between New York and DC. Old Glory certainly showing promise, just not enough at the end of the day, Mike.